One of these days, I'll actually get my cues right and we'll actually start this podcast the right way. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to The View for the podcast for this week to look at the run-in as we're all eagerly anticipating a return to Ellen Road this weekend and Swansea coming to town for our 8th final game of the season. As I've said already this week, this will all be over in 6 weeks' time and it'll be a far cry from the panic of the start of the season, whether we get there or not. And then I suppose the panic that's now kicked in towards the end of the season. I am delighted to be joined tonight by Gerry McNamee, formerly of LS11, Paul from the Leeds Therapy, and Ben Locke from Locky Leeds as well. All of their links to their channels and details are down below in the descriptions. You can check them out if you want to. We will be doing a couple of very quick plugs on the channel tonight just because there is some stuff coming up and I want to make sure that everything that I've promised that I would talk about has been spoken about. So very quickly, I'll just fly through these and let you know what's going on around the world. The Leeds 11 and Legends game on May 10th is still happening. The link is down below for anyone who wants to get tickets to that. If you're watching this and you'd like to sponsor the event as well, you can contact me down below. Let me know and I will push it on to the lads. But that's happening May 10th. We've got Michael Bridges, Ian Hart, Jermaine Beckford, Ross McCormack, Matt Kilgallen, Andy Cousins, and there's more to be added. Managed by Mel Sterland and Paul Reaney from the Leeds side as well, up against the Borough lads, and it'll be played in the Carlisle grounds in Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, which is stone's throw from Dublin. Easy to get there from the city centre on a train. Check that out if you want it. Details below. And then the merch store is open. We've got some stuff for the running. You've got the number 4 celebration hoodie and t-shirts that are available, as well as the braced for the run in Billy Bremner shirt that's up there at the moment. The link to that is down below in the description as well. Right, that's all the marketing stuff out the way. Let's check in with the lads. Gerry, welcome back. How are you, mate?
Not bad, not bad. It's international week, so there's not much to watch really. Is there? Watch Ireland win 2 games, which is a bonus.
Yeah, right.
But it's just 2 weeks of stress. You want to get the next game, don't you? And we've had to wait, and we've had all this time to think about it. So ready to go again on Saturday. Ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Locky, real football's back. How are we feeling?
Can't wait, Joe. I'm so excited to get through these next. Can't wait, mate. I'm going to be so happy every week watching Leeds United in the final stretch of the season. It's always a joy, isn't it? Obviously, can't wait, mate. Nervous, but
anticipation. That's more like
horrid. I want it to end, Joe. I want the season to end. I'm finished. I can't deal with it anymore.
We get so excited for the season to come around, and then you get halfway through and you're like, I wish this was over. I wish we were done with this. But we're not, lucky. Unfortunately, I would be surprised if they don't drag your emotions through the ringer for a little bit longer. And speaking of emotions, the most colourful man in the room tonight, Paul Brooker. How are we doing over there, Paul?
Absolutely incredibly amazing. Just unbelievable. I stink of barbecue because I've just eaten a hamburger at the rate of knots. I'm surprised that I'm not covered in sauce, but there we go. Other than that, I just listen. If you're on any form of drugs, let's get it back to the crack and the smack. If you're on any form of drugs, then you'll be, do you know what I mean? Yeah, but other than that, I'm fine. I'm really, really good. Thank you.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're all well. Need to pull a top, Gerry, because a top he has on. I'll get Paul a top. Paul, I'm going to send you a top. There we go. That'll sort you out. I think it's a lovely top. I like colourful hoodies. So, yeah, all in for that, Paul. Good stuff. Yeah, we'll get stuck into it then. We've got a nervy run-up coming in. 8 games left to go, as we say. Everyone's involved in it as well. We're down to the last, as I say, 8 games, 6 weeks. Last 3 teams fighting for 2 places. And it's starting to really, really heat up. A couple of weeks ago, Gerry, you said it yourself before we came on air. You were all excited about this, but now it's just got a little bit nervy. Where's your head at coming into this final run of fixtures? You can see the form guide below as well. What are your thoughts, Gerry?
Well, logically, you look at those fixtures and you think we should win all those. Given our previous form this season, up until a couple of weeks ago, all winnable. Maybe the Middlesbrough game, that's a tricky one. But after the last couple of weeks, everything's been thrown at me. I'm like Luton, tight ground, fighting relegation, Oxford fighting relegation, Stoke fighting relegation, Bristol going for playoffs, Plymouth might need something on the last day. I don't think they will. I was so nervous I booked a hotel for Plymouth, but it was Plymouth, Massachusetts. Yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, luckily I could cancel that one. Yeah, I could have been to Massachusetts. But I think You look at the other teams running; they have to play each other. That could be a dead game. I don't know by the time it happens. But we just got to. It's a real cliche, but we really just have to take the first game. And Swansea at home, who've been wide open. We've beaten them well in every. Well, we beat them 4-3, but we've really taken them apart in a few games. And the mood will change again. We win that one, win it well, and you look at Coventry. Hate to say it, but Fat Frank is they're playing out of their skins. So that's a tough one for Sheffield United. And Bristol City, they're not great away, but they took a point at Sheffield United a couple of weeks ago, and they're decent. Saw Mark Sykes the other night; he looked really good. So you just wonder, but it feels like last year where we could get 100 points and it mightn't be enough because the other two keep winning like Ipswich and Leicester did last year. So we need a win and we need something to happen in the other games. And if we're 2 points clear by Sunday or Saturday evening, then the mood changes again. It'd be interesting to see selections. Who's in, who's out, who's injured, everything else, how we react after the international break. But a must win on Saturday because after the break last year, we had draw against Sunderland, lost to Blackburn, and that's where we come off the rails bad with a draw at Watford. So straight back into it, win, give the fans confidence again. And we should do it. But my head says yes, my heart says, Jesus, I'm scared. I can't get through the playoffs. I can't do it again. I can't go looking for tickets on the site. And I'm looking at your game in Dublin. That's the day after the playoff semi-final.
I know, right?
The game in Bray. So, yeah. So I'm even looking I'm planning a trip on the 9th of May, but I can't do it yet because it could be in the playoffs. And I never thought that would be 4 weeks ago.
I get a cold sweat and a shiver when someone says playoffs. So yeah, let's not invoke its name, Gerry, and hope that that alone can fend off the demon of the playoffs. Locky, as Gerry says, strong start coming out of this international break will be important, but Leeds arguably have their 3 toughest games of the run in back to back straight out of here. We've got Swansea at home, then Luton away, and Middlesbrough away. How are you feeling now looking at this and seeing what's left to be done?
I feel terrible, Jer.
You're also positive
honestly,
tonight.
Yeah, I'm positive. I believe in the team. It's just I'm a Leeds fan. I can't help it but be filled with dread all the time. But no, look, I'm confident in the lads. We've got some outstanding players. We've been playing really well all season. I do think we've got a much better kind of squad than last season. I think we've shown a lot this season. Dominating games and then stuff like that. It's just. I just look at every team there and I just think should be a win, but then Swansea at home should be so easy. Yeah, it probably won't be. And then Luton away, that dread, and then Middlesbrough away, that's tough in it. And then Preston, you've got Higginbottom. Like there's so many little things going on with each game. Stoke at home should be the one. When Burnley plays Sheffield United, we've got to beat Stoke to go up. We'll get a point or something, and it'll just drag on to the end. That's what I can't stand. But I agree. Like. With Gerry, I'm not doing the playoffs. I had to go to London last year, unfortunately, to watch it. And I never want to go back there again. And I don't plan on going back there again. So let's not do that. Let's just do what a good football team does and just get enough points more than Sheffield United and Burnley and just win the league or just finish second. Just go get me out of this division.
Yeah, the only trips to Wembley we want are going to see Leeds lose a League Cup final or an FA Cup final. That's the only ones that I'm willing to look at. Paul, how are you feeling about this? It is very much getting to the business end of the season. It's squeaky bum time and we're all feeling it a little bit. When you look at the form guide, Paul, the bottom of the 3 sides, Burnley very much the form side coming into this run in, sitting in third, but all of a sudden have found their shooting boots as well as their defensive capability staying exactly as it has been. So how are you feeling about these 3 running in?
I'm feeling strangely okay, nervous. The reason why I'm feeling kind of okay is that Coventry are ridiculous at the moment, aren't they? They're playing very, very, very well in terms of how they've been playing. So the Coventry games for Sheffield United and Burnley should be difficult, I reckon. But when you look at the games that we've got to play, we should be winning Swansea at home easily. Luton away doesn't, for me, class as London because it's not. It's Luton. So I'm not bothered about it being away. Middlesbrough is the only one that I'm probably slightly sticky on, but they're so up and down and all over the place. It's a very difficult way to see it. Look, at the end of the day, like Locky says, we have the team to be able to do it. We're not top, but out of pure luck, we're there because we're the best team so far in the division. Yes, Sheffield United have had 2 points taken off of them. Could care less. You shouldn't cheat. End of story.
They broke the rules.
They broke the rules. They cheated. I'd be saying the same if it was us. So, you've got to do it honestly and you've got to earn it. And this is gut check time. I think the form running up to the international break was, and I'm hoping against hope here, that was our, if you like, little wobble that we would normally have. What we will know is we'll know within the first 20 minutes against Swansea, which I'm happy about, but we'll know within the first 20 minutes at Swansea how we are going to be and how we're going to play. Joel Peru's comments today, I think, were very, very telling in terms of he got the international call up, decided to reject it because his only focus is on winning the league. That's the mentality that I want. We just need to know about Nonto, don't we? I do think a lot rides on Nonto. So fingers crossed that he's fitting well. Could you put Ramazani in there? Don't know, but I'm okay. I just want the football to start again. I hate having the ability to sit there and, as a Leeds fan, stress about it, worry about it. Look at every spreadsheet going and form guide going and all everything else. You could make yourself go crazy. But yeah, I'm fine. I'm happy. He says
That's it for me, Paul. It's this international break as well. Like the Nonto news, you just knew, didn't you? You just knew something like that would happen. And obviously, Tanaka's just finished his last game tonight against Saudi Arabia when Japan have already qualified and he played 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
Right.
I know.
Does he have to? Do you know what I mean? Does he have to play 90 minutes? Are we doing that? You've got Junior Firpo other side of the world playing 2 friendlies. I believe he wasn't playing in the first one. I'm not sure when the second one is. It's just all a bit annoying. Yeah, it's just a bit annoying, isn't it? And it's that dread that I just want the Daniel Farke press conference whenever that is, and he just says, everyone's back, everyone's fine. He might miss a game, but he's all right. Right, calm. Until that, I'm going to be really nervous because Gruev, is he all right? Were he limping guys for Bulgaria?
No,
he didn't do it.
He did go down injured at one stage, and I thought, he got booked, but he was okay. He looked decent, but he was okay. Fine. And of course, the Welsh boys play tonight. Hoping they come through because they were on last year. They came back after very pressurized games. They were in playoffs for the Euros and they lost, and they were a real downer. But Dan James scored, so hopefully they'll come through. And as you say, Willie is the one, considering how he played against QPR. And that doesn't sound great, but we'll have to see. Did Pirro get called up? I didn't hear that.
Did not for Holland, for
Go on, you can pronounce it, Joe.
Yeah.
I have Senegalese. It's not Senegalese or something like that.
I know the one you mean. He's not Irish, is he? No.
It's the same. Hasselbank was from there as well. I think they're a Dutch colony, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Come back to me. Yeah, Hasselbank originated from there as well.
It's Suramain.
Suramain, something like that. Yeah.
I know what it is. I just can't pronounce it.
He's old enough for the Irish call. He must be.
Could do it.
Joel Pirro from Mayo. He is. A lot of Pirros over there.
In front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gerry, do you think Nonto potentially missing a big loss for us at this? And where did you sit on the conversation around Nonto maybe coming in and giving Brendan Aronson a bit of a rest at number 10?
Well, I think it was really telling that Farke made the change at half time. I think we were all sub at half time. Brendan's not in, and I'm not surprised because he had. I mean, his stats have been great, but since Christmas, I don't think they've been that good. And I mean, the way he assisted the QPR goal, and he's not. He needs a rest, and he hasn't hardly. He's been undroppable this season. And Willie came in and made things happen. And it just, I think that is the plan, or was the plan, depending if he's fit, is to play Willie in there. But if Willie's not fit, and if he's returned home from international duty, that's a worry. And then you think, well, who can play that number 10? Can you push Rothwell in there? But is Ampadu fit yet? Probably not. Or Gruev in with Tanaka. I think those are the things that are crucial. But I think Brendan at number 10 is not happening. And say Fark, first time this season, I think made a tactical change at half time. So I'm hoping Willie is fit or at least come back, because I mean he was buzzing, and it's a shame that him and Ramzani aren't getting the playing time. And I thought Dan James needed a rest against QPR. Ramzani needs time. Suriname, that's what's just come up there.
There it is.
So yeah, I'm hoping Willie's fit, but it doesn't look great. But yeah, then he needs to do something at number 10. But is it too late in the season to do anything different? I don't know. We should be able to rotate, but I think we need to see more of Willie and Ramzani. I think the run in, see who they'll play, and I think that's the crucial part. And who's fit.
It's a bit of a worry for me though, because if Nonto is injured, and Andrea showed me it didn't look great. It's his weight on the ankle, his body weight on the ankle. It's one of them.
Yeah.
I've got a bad feeling about it. Genuinely, I think he might miss a lot. I don't know. I don't want to think it, but hopefully I'm wrong. He might be all right. We'll see. He's a tough lad, isn't he? But it's a worry though, because if he's not there, I mean, the bench, suddenly you've got Ramazani and Joseph attacking options. That's
Chambers then comes in, doesn't he?
Yeah, Chambers.
It's thin. It's thin, though, isn't it? It's very thin on the.
It's very again.
You've got 4 or 5, 6 different attackers on the bench. You know, it is thin, especially at this point in the season. And you're one knock away to a Jan James or a Solomon, and you're in big trouble. So I hope he's all right. Regardless of if he was starting or not, he is huge for us in this last period of the season. He's a very talented player. So I hope he's good. But he didn't look great, to be honest.
It was not just the way it rolled, because it was a nasty looking roll, but it was the fact that he tried to run it off and couldn't. That always, to me, and you're hoping it's just maybe a bit of an impact, just the way it's just jarred and it's just swollen straight away, and he can't put any weight on it, and you're hoping then a couple of days rest, it'll be the swelling will go down, it'll be fine. But he was sent back to Leeds straight after the match, so that doesn't bode well either. They would likely have a look at it themselves. They could manage it for the second game, but yeah. We've talked enough about this international window. I've had people this week on the channel give me some stick about wishing away an international break and let these players go and represent their country. I've no problem with players going away and representing their country. I've got a problem with 2 friendlies against Puerto Rico 6 weeks from the end of the season. That's where my problem lies. Like, is it necessary? Do these players need to go? Can FIFA not put this international break a couple of weeks earlier even to give teams a chance? But it's a strange one. But yeah, fingers crossed it's just Willie is the only deal coming back. And Tanaka, again, as you say, playing 90 minutes last night after already qualifying and playing 45 in the first game, which I'm hoping he comes back nice and fresh. Welsh lads are in action tonight. Firpo rested for the first Dominican Republic friendly. Would have thought they would have rested him for the second one to let him get back to Leeds, but no, he plays tonight at midnight. So yeah, there's still a couple of question marks. Firpo is massively important. We need him to come back okay. We need Tanaka to be okay as well. They're very, very important for us. But then it comes down to who can play in the number 10. And Gerry, as you say, Aronson was looking leggy. We did this last week a little bit, but just to let everyone know, Brendan Aronson last season played 1,280 minutes all season. He averaged 43 minutes a game. So far this season, Aronson's played 2,974 minutes. He's averaging 78 minutes a game. He has played 1,600-ish more minutes this season than last year. So understandable that the legs are starting to get a bit heavy. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it could be the return of Lord Bamford at the right time. We'll find out from Farke this week if Ampadu and Bamford are back in for the run-in. What a cameo that would be at the end of the season, Paul.
Right.
No. Just no. Just give up on Bamford now, please.
Got no options though. If Nonto's injured, we're kind of a bit in trouble.
Well, you're stuck, yeah.
So for me, if Nonto is injured, and listen, just to make everybody feel even worse, the last time Nonto injured his ankle, he was out for a month. So just to make everybody feel even worse.
International duty as well.
Yeah, so you've got Stollerman who plays in the number 10 for Israel. You've got Tanaka that plays there as well. There is options. I get it. It's not the Nonto option. There's Ramazani that could play in there as well, potentially, if needs be. So it's just, we want it to be Nonto, don't we? Because we know the difference that he brought almost immediately in the game against QPR. He was like squaring himself up to get the ball and to overload on the left-hand side or overload on the right-hand side. And he's just got that little bit of, I was going to say fairy dust, but that's wrong, stardust to be able to just create a little bit something. Whereas, and I've always said it this season, Aronson is more of a combative, likes to break things up type of number 10. He's not that really creative number 10, whereas that's more Nonto's kind of role. So yeah, forget Bamford. If Bamford just no. Can't no.
It'd be hilarious though, wouldn't it? It would be funny if he just came back and scored a crucial goal. I'd love it. I'd love it if he did that, but yeah, he's not an option. Yeah. He's not going to save us.
Imagine his celebrations, Gerry, if he scores
he'd
the
injure
winner that
himself.
gets us up.
He'd injure himself doing his celebrations, but I wouldn't mind if Bamford got fit, stick him out for 5 minutes and clinch the title. It would be hilarious. So he's done it for. Someone's mentioned the Peterborough goal. He went in that little run.
Yeah,
he's not the option, but I suppose you look at strikers, and Burnley and Sheffield United, while they didn't buy pure class, they bought goals, to have as backup. And our transfer policy is going to come unstuck if we don't get promoted, or else it'll look like a good bit of business. So all this to come. But yeah, there is options, and I think Rothwell could play in there. You get somebody, you say Paul Solomon. We got plenty of players who can do it, and we got enough cover in the wings. And if Ampadu sounds like he'll be ready in very soon. I think I would have him back with Rodon. I think Pascal has been a bit off it. I think he's great. He's been great coming off the bench now, but I'd have Ampadu at the back and mess around with Gruev, Tanaka, and Rothwell in the middle if Willie's not fit.
Yeah, we'll see what it looks like. Just 2 points. Someone saying about disrespect for Bamford, and then LUFC 65 asking about free falling. Why do people hate Bamford? This isn't hate. This is just talking about a player who has been unavailable for an entire season, unavailable for most of last season, and unavailable for most of the season before that. So it's not a case of hating Bamford. It's just a case of we can't rely on him. So there's no point in putting all of our chips on him and hoping that he's going to come in good in the end. So yeah, it's not hate. It's more a case of just look. Reality is that he's not going to have an impact between now and the end of the season. And he might, and it'd be great. Leeds are going to need every single body they have between now and the end of the season. So he may very well have a part to play. Mateo Joseph could have the biggest part to play in his run-in. He scored for the Spanish under-21s in his first game with them this week as well. So there's a lot of players who are on the fringes or coming back who could still have a very major part to play in Leeds running this season. And I wouldn't rule any of them out. I would be very happy to see Pat Bamford come back in, put a Leeds shirt on and score the goal that gets Leeds back to the Premier League. I would be very happy with that. But if he doesn't do it, somebody else will. So we've got plenty of options, plenty of players there. But yeah, it's not hate. It's just a bit of reality. He's not been consistently available for Leeds. Locky, I'm going to ask you to put your money where your mouth is. And I want you to tell me that in 6 weeks' time, what does the top three look like come the final day of the season?
Oh jeez. Oh no, I don't want to think about that. What have you done to me?
Full of confidence.
It looks great. It looks fantastic for us. We're going to be top of it, Joe. That's what we're going to be. Who's second though? That's the question. I don't know. It's a tough one because Burnley are in really good form. Sheffield United, they've got that grit. How many 1-0 wins have they done this year? They know how to do it. They know how to get through it. They get through games. Chris Wilder's extremely experienced and motivated to get them back. That game against M2 is massive. And I'm so glad that that's happening, because if that weren't there, I'd be a little more nervous. But that's kind of a guarantee of dropping points. So that weekend against Stoke, we have to win, because one of them two will drop 2 points or 3, which could be absolutely massive for us with 2 games left after. So, that could be it, couldn't it? That could be the weekend. But I do believe in the players. No doubt about them. I think they're very good. It's just me. I can't help it. I'm always like this, especially after last year when I thought we were going to win the league. So I'm confident. I'm confident in them. As long as they're all fine and they don't come back injured, I'll be ready and confident and looking forward to it. But until then, I don't know. But we'll be top, of course.
Okay, there's a poll in the chat as well for everyone just to see how you feel if Leeds will get promoted this year. Let me know. Also, stick a like on the video if you can. It's 230 watching. It'd be great to get this video to more people. Paul, it's a tough one to call. We were top
Mhm.
of the table coming out of the international break last season. We finished third, and then we missed out on the playoffs. Where's your head at this year now? 3 to go. What does that top 3 look like come final day of the season?
We're still top.
Staying top.
I still think we're top. I think, like Locky says, the game between Sheffield United and Burnley is huge. But I just think, listen, it's not going to be easy. It isn't going to be a walk in the park, but I think that we will battle. I think we'll battle till the end. I think we'll have some really, really nail-biting, annoying, like 1-0 wins that'll be into there, all of that kind of stuff. I was just looking on web pages, which does a predictor for the league. Right. It's got Leeds as champions, Burnley promoted, and Sheffield United third. Sunderland in fourth, West Brom in fifth, and Coventry in sixth. Now get ready for this, right? Leeds and Burnley both get promoted on 100 points apiece. Sheffield United go third on 99 points. If they don't have the point deduction,
Perfect.
they
That's
get
how I want
promoted
it.
as champions.
That's how
Well,
I
we
want it, Paul.
shouldn't
That's
break the
exactly
rules.
how I want it.
Yeah, so that effectively is the predicted league.
That's perfect. That's exactly how I want it. I want them to be 1 point behind us, no matter where they finish, just so they can copy them and say, "Oh, we would have gone up." I don't care. Don't care. That's perfect.
It's mad to see, Gerry. Get your take on this as well, the top 3 and what way you think they're going to go. But it's absolutely mad to think that for the second year in a row, 90 points looks like it's not going to even be close to enough to get you automatic promotion to the Premier League. But what do you see that top 3 looking like, Gerry?
Yeah, well, you would think win our 4 home matches that gets us to 94, and any other year that would have been enough. But I think the whole balance of the league is changing. You can see it in the Premier League. 30 points keeps you up, whereas in the Championship, I think, did we go up on 89 the last time? Something similar with Bielsa. I can't remember exactly, but it wasn't. And last season, the record points for third. Of course, Leeds have that record. But win our home matches, and you can't think it now, but we can afford to lose a couple of games in that run in. Win 4, win 1 away and draw 2. So I don't know. There is, but it's going to be nervous. Let's get the 5 wins out of the way straight away. But that points total would not surprise me if someone gets 97, 98 points and doesn't go up. I just don't want to be playing Frank Lampard in the playoffs because it's written. The script's written, and I don't want to go there. But I think, looking at it logically, Burnley and Sheffield United can't keep going with this, can they? They've got to drop points here and there. And I think, maybe we haven't had the break, and this will be true. Beat Swansea well, we're back on the horse again. But it's going to be tense. But even when we went up under Bielsa, you look back and you think, oh, that was easy. It was tense up until the last couple of games. That Barnsley game was torture.
It was an awful game.
Yeah, and we were hanging on, and then all of a sudden, Huddersfield beat West Brom and Brentford lose, and we're up as champions. So that could go like that. But win our home matches, and I think we're going to be there because we'll pick up stuff away from home. They're vital. Easter weekend will be crucial,
as it always is.
And Sky have got it like that. We play Oxford, do we? No, sorry, we play Stoke at 3, and they've got the 5:30 kickoff. So I remember bad Easters. I remember Wigan and Brentford. Yeah, Wigan and Brentford Easter weekend. So it's not. I mean, we're not being negative and we're not criticizing people. It's just our angst. Logic should show us, and our goal difference and our record and everything else, that we are the best team in this league. But we're Leeds, and we're cursed. It feels like it. I've been through it over the years. I go back to the 70s. I remember the European Cup final. I remember Sunderland and all these not scoring cup finals. So it's not logic. It's heart that's hurting us. Head says we should do it, but you could be right. 100 points might need 100 points. That'd be incredible.
We've only got 2 more early kickoffs as well. Luton and
2 defeats.
Luton and Plymouth. They're the only 2. They're the only 2 early kickoffs we've got left. Middlesbrough at 8, Oxford at 8. It's a bit of a crap on that to have to go to Oxford. Oxford at 8, and We've set everything. 3 p.m. kickoffs. They're a luxury. Something will get moved. It always does. Another one will get moved.
Yeah.
But it's nice because I'm going to the game on Saturday, so it means I can get on the train from my house and I can have a beer, which makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
I've told my other half, let's go to Oxford for Easter. It's lovely down there. Nice spa hotel, be great. Yeah. Should we go for Good Friday? Yeah. I'll have to break it to her. Yeah. We're not going
to break it to her on the way down. Leave it as long as you possibly can. Just to I'm going to the game on as well. I just go check out the game.
You think she's going to Massachusetts at the end of the season?
Well, everyone in the poll on the chat is confident as well. 88% of people believe Leeds United will go up automatically this year. And as we keep saying, I don't give a crap about first or second right now. Just open a gap to third, and then we can talk about who wins the title after that. So we'll have to wait and see. And as has been put in the chat as well by Champs 20, Leeds 96 points, Sheffield United 94 points, Burnley 93. It's all a little bit too close for me. I'd like that gap to third to be done and dusted before we even get to Bristol City. But there's still a long way to go. There is still a lot of football to be played. And 88% is crazy, but it tells you the vocal minority isn't always speaking for the general vibe and feeling of the fan base as well. You see that in Ellen Road every single week as well. So, yeah, an interesting one, 80%. I do still think we'll do it. I said at the start of the year we'll be up by Bristol City. I'm hoping that we're still up by Bristol City, although, like Gerry at the start of this, I'm not as confident as I was maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago.
We've too much time to think. That's what the problem is. Too much time. Yeah. We'll just get back.
No. We can't be denied this season. This is going to be our year. We're going to do it. So, right, folks, we're going to wrap it up there. Gerry, you're heading to the game on Saturday?
Yes, yeah, I'm there. I missed the last 3 because I was away. Watched at 5:30 in the morning, but I'm all set up for the last few games. I booked me parking at Middlesbrough today. That's depressing. Sainsbury's, 24 minutes walk from the ground. It's the most depressing ground in the country. That. Have you ever been to Middlesbrough? Jeez, anytime. Yeah. So all booked, Stoke, everything. Yeah. I think the Stoke game will be critical. If we do go up, let's hope it's at Elland Road on our time. Let's hope we're not at home watching on telly. And Stoke would be great. Go into that game, need a win, and that will do it. So, looking forward to it. And once we're back in watching football, winning games, we'll be okay.
Yeah, that Stoke game from last year away from home was the one that kind of haunted everyone a little bit. So it'd be nice to, at home this year, just put them to bed and get it done. Locky, what's going on over your channel this week? And are you going to any of the games coming up?
No, I try every week, Joe, but I get like 9,000 in the queue. In the queue as usual. I got to lows last year. I got to like 8 or 9. It was great. This year, just no luck at all. So I will not be again, unfortunately. I'm trying to get to 1 though this season. I want to go with my dad, but we'll see. On my channel, mate. What's the channel? Honestly, I've been I've forgotten what that is. I can't lie. I will be doing some stuff as we go later on in the week, I'm sure. And obviously after the game, I'll do some tactical breakdowns or whatever. But yeah, I've took a few days off. I've been working and stuff, so I'll be back on it. I promise.
No doubt. Paul, what about you?
I've done just I like to call them filler videos. So I did a little filler video today, just talking about I'm never bigging up a player again before international duty because I said a lot about Nonto and then he rolls his ankle. So it does my head in. Obviously, the bit about Peru I talked about. Then I had a chat about Schmidt as well and how if you don't read the full transcription of what he said, you could take that as that he's pushing for a move away and just about how fake news can just push everybody into the wrong direction. So I was just having a little chat about that. And I've shortened it down onto TikTok as well. So it's on TikTok. It'll be on YouTube Shorts. YouTube. Am I an American? What was that?
Right now.
I know, YouTube. All that smack that I'm smoking. But I am going to the game on Saturday. I am looking forward to it. I'm not in row Z this time. So I will not need oxygen to walk all the way up. So that's good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like as I said, it'll be good.
Just make sure you find a steward, Paul, so you can rub his hand throughout the game when you're feeling a little edgy.
Yeah, I remember that. But I don't know what. Yeah, I still found that hilarious. It's like, have you seen that meme of that video of that woman on the bus where the guy puts his hand on the woman's hand and she goes like that? It was a little bit like that. I was like, "Oh, what soft leather you've got on your gloves?" But then, so it was all fine.
Shawnee, we're not doing that question today. We'll talk about it at the end of the season. Okay. Paul, we've moved. You've moved.
If
There
we're
we go.
in the
Great
playoffs,
stuff.
I'm tuning out of Leeds for 2 weeks. I don't care. Do what they want. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah. I'll go look for the group. Yeah.
Just
I'll
deduct
come
his
over.
points. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just deduct us points. We'll break profit and sustainability rules, and then just fold the club. That's just what we all need to do. So it'll be fine.
Leeds deducted 15 points for finishing first.
Yeah.
How dare you? Done. Right, we're waffling, so we'll wrap it up there, folks. Massive thank you as always for joining us and chatting. Big thanks to Gerry, Locky, and to Paul for being on the panel tonight and having a discussion. Thanks to everyone in the chat that got involved. Stick us a like on your way out, and I'll be back tomorrow morning for some more Leeds news. We will have something around Loan Watch this week as well. We'll do a kind of a wrap up of what's going on with the loan players as well. So we'll bring you up to speed on that. But enjoy the weekend. Fingers crossed, 3 points. Talk to you soon. See you.